What's going on everyone, it is Mark from Ridley, and today in this video we're going to be looking at the birth chart of Sharon Osbourne, who is the late wife of Ozzy Osbourne. Now of course you can go to our website and just take a look at all her information here if you want to do that. I'll probably put it in the description of this video just for you to look at it. We do have her on our website. Another thing I do want to say, as a disclaimer, I do have a cold, meaning my throat is a little weird today, and it is a bit weird when I do talk, but life goes on, so I still want to do this video. So I'm only just warning you that if I do sound kind of off compared to my other videos, then that is why. So I thought I'd give that in as a disclaimer, just in case. But anyway, we're going to get into her chart. So she was born on the 9th of October 1952, roughly London, England. Now the place doesn't have to be 100% exact, since we do not even have her birth time anyway, the ascendant or anything like that, unfortunately. But we do have a placement, and that is what we have to focus on. So the first thing I do see is that she is a sun in Libra. So the sun is your natural expression, so you express yourself within your life. So she expresses herself with balance, pretty much with charm, beauty and things like that. They're also very balanced people, like when it comes to their careers and stuff. Especially when she has Mercury, the way she communicates also in Libra. So that just amplifies the Libra energy. It's also in part of her personality of where she thinks and communicates and things like that. So she'd be pretty much about balance and things like that. Pretty much all Libra traits will be within that part of her personality. Another thing I do see that her moon is in Cancer. So this means that on the outside she may have all this Libra energy going on, but on the inside she has all the Cancer energy, which is very, very family oriented, very loyal, very emotional, which we do actually see that with how long she actually stayed beyond Ozzy Osbourne's side until he fortunately passed away earlier this year. So that is Cancer energy. Cancer energy is really protective, really loyal, gets really attached to people, which we do evidently see that with her as well. As even as of this recording of this video, she is still grieving the loss of her late husband. So that is all Cancer energy. Now I do want to say that it's possible for anyone to grieve, like everyone is human at the end of the day, but the purpose of astrology is to tell you how people grieve. So I just want to make that very clear. I'm not saying that, and no, you can't grieve just because you have another moon. You certainly can. It just shows your grieving style. That's all astrology will actually show you. It's a tool that can show you potentially how you grieve. So I just want to make that very clear. Now, I just want to get back onto this. So her Venus is also in Scorpio. So that's going to be someone that loves very intensely, that has a very intense emotional truth into the way they love, since Scorpio is also another water sign. So her moon is also very sensitive, family oriented, attachment emotionally. Then you have the intensity of the way that she needs to show love and needs it in return, which is Venus. Now another thing I do want to show is that relationship compatibility actually does work. If I go over to our website and just go to Aussie real quickly, I will show you something. So if you go over to his birth chart, he also has Venus in Scorpio, as you can see here. He's also a Venus in Scorpio. So that means that they both had the very similar, or you could say almost the same love style. It's also going to be within the Scorpio spectrum. Now of course astrology is just a tool, and the way people express it, it's going to depend on them. But they're still within the Scorpion spectrum still. So yeah, they have the same Venus sign, which means within that Scorpion way, they may express it slightly different, since they're slightly different people, but it's still going to be within that temperament of Scorpio. So yeah, I'll get more into relationship compatibility later on down the track, but it definitely does work as well, and it also does prove astrology. Anyway, we're going to get back into it. So another thing I see is Mars, which is your pretty much it rules anger, it rules energy, and it rules drive. And she has that in Sagittarius. And we also know that Ozzy is also a Sagittarius, so they do share that energy there, just in different parts of their personality. So as you can see is that if you do make her angry, like especially when it comes to her family. Like you got Moon in Cancer, which is very attached and very protective, and then you have the fiery Mars in Sagittarius. It's going to be someone that's very, very protective when it comes to their family, and her energy and drive is going to be really fiery, really direct, and straight to the point. Especially when you've got Libra as well, since Libra is all about justice and things like that. When you put all that together, it's going to be someone that wants justice. It's going to tell it how it is. And since Cancer, like the Moon in Cancer being about family and stuff, it's always going to be something that she's really sensitive about, and it's going to be something you do not mess with when it comes to her. So you should never mess with her family, even astrologically speaking, as we can see here. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say in this video about Sharon Osbourne. Just a quick breakdown of who she is as a person. So I'm going to end the video off by just giving a quick breakdown, like just a quick shorter breakdown that we can end the video. So Sun and Libra pretty much being about balance and things like that in with the expression, how she expresses herself in this world. The Moon being about family oriented and things like that. Of course, Mercury, the way she communicates, is also Libra energy. Venus and Scorpio, which is all about attentivity and stuff when it comes to love, how she shows love and romance and things like that. And of course, Mars and Sagittarius is that if you do actually make her angry, you're going to see that Sagittarian traits come out in her energy as well. Since Mars also is the planet of anger. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say in this video. I hope this does help you understand her a little bit better, especially within an astrological framework. Thanks for watching this video again, and I will see you next time.